Are you tired of imagining stories in your mind and couldn't put them to life? Or are you having a hard time making stories like how a young boy could ride a unicorn or how a house is built out of chocolates and candies? Are you having a problem telling the story to your friends? Why not make your own storybook? You can either draw them on the paper and color them, whichever you like. Once again, this is the Princess from ABC Art Education Development Center, and I'm going to show you how I make storybooks for kids. Before you make one, and like I said, never be afraid to look at references for your drawing. That way, you will have more ideas to add up for your story and will not take you to the point of losing your brain cells because we've all been there. Alright, let's start. When I make storybooks, I always look for references and Google is my best friend whenever I'm creating one. You don't need to rush yourself when you're making the story because that will result to losing interest. The technique is, you jot down or write ideas on your notepad. Make lots of stories as much as you can and let yourself express what your mind has been telling you. Then, when you think it's enough, you choose which is relevant to the story that you are planning. That way, it will be much easier for you to continue. Also, you must make sure that it has a lesson to learn from. Always keep that in mind. Now that the story or the plot has been successfully made, it's time for you to draw the characters and settings. To make your storybook look attractive to our young audiences, make the characters look bizarre, childish, or colorful so they can relate, and not only that, the main goal is to grab their attention. The real reason why I want to make the storyline first, you can easily picture out what you wrote and it won't be a hassle for you anymore to think of what's next to do. I'm gonna share one of my works, and the title of the story is The Little Tree. Once upon a time, there lived a boy named Adrian, a kid who loves trees.
Trees are my real friends. They don't hurt and abandon me,
he said. One day, as he walked around, he found a little seed lying on the street, alone and ignored. He ran towards it and picked up the seed with care and said,
"Let me take good care of you."
He then went home to plant the seed in their backyard. He watered it, making sure that he placed the pot where the sun could gently share its rays.
"I will never leave you, and I will make sure that you are full of love and attention,"
he said happily. As he looked closely, he noticed a small stem coming out from the soil. Adrian smiled brightly in happiness. He held the pot close to himself, looking at the sprout with a loving stare and whispered,
"You've grown so well."
Months passed. The seed grew big and matched Adrian's height. He looked at it with an awe and smiled afterwards. He felt so proud of himself having to take care of it. He continuously took care of the plant until he noticed something different after another month passed. The little tree surprisingly grew and shaped into a human girl. Adrian couldn't believe his eyes that he took a few blinks before he accepted what he just saw. "I am the seed that you found that day. Now I have grown just enough to look after you," the tree said with a smile. Adrian went silent. He was making sure that he was not dreaming, but everything was true.
Hi, I never expect you to grow up like this.
He said shyly. They became very close and hung out often. Adrian then named her Laika. As they were playing in the backyard, some kids tried to throw stones at Adrian. Luckily, he was unharmed as Laika caught it before it hit him, which scared the kids away. From that day on, the two promised to look after each other and be happy for being together. The end. If you want to see more of our videos, tap that like and subscribe button below. And for more storybook pictures and samples, you may visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/CEBUABC, and don't forget to like and share. Thank you and bye-bye. If you want to see more of our videos,